Yeah, this is very long distance. Krishna. Yeah, done. So all the projects coming the front inside. There is some space here. Nothing is. Just make sure you're giving space because if there is no space, then people are going outside. So please, nothing carry or nothing carry. कोई भी place को पीछे मत nothing बैठिए बैठिए पीछे बैठिए हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्ण Yeah, Gachibowli, all of you try from 10 centimeters in the front. 10 centimeters can make 4 people more come. Prabhuji, picture, Sundar Prabhu, everybody come in the front. This is nice. This reminds me of our old satsang. This is how it used to be. These were the most intimate satsangs. Satsang क्यों होने की ज़्यादा जगह मतलब हाँ Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om Jnanam Jnanam Shivakaya ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपाकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरविषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण कृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे श्री परमानंद माधव श्री चैतन्य ईश्वर ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो सर्वावस्थितोऽपि यस्मरे पुंडरीकाक्ष सर्वव्याप्यन्तरं श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु चेतोदर परमानंद महाद्वार जय हरि वसंतता वितरणं विद्या बुद्धि आनंद I want all preaching devotees to please be out because you all are going to repeat this lecture someday. Very important we all participate. So happy Radhastami. Just more little here the space originate. Out of nowhere. Yeah. You're comfortable. I need some. Okay. So happy Radhastami for all the Prabhuji and Matatis. Very welcome to today evening satsang. Today is Radhastami. Radhastami means the appearance day of Srimati Radharani, right? And it's a very special festival in our society. See, Janmashtami is known to everyone. Whole world celebrates Janmashtami. Father's birthday is celebrated by the whole world because everybody knows what father has done. But very less number of people know what mother is doing in the house. Mother's birthdays are always very intimate and they're very personal in nature. Right? So today I'm going to discuss few things which is essential for most of you to know. That's the reason I'm asking. Please come and participate today. So Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Devi Pranamami. So within ISKCON society, it's a very personal affair. Right? Radhastami is a very personal affair. You will not see big banners of Radharani kept on the roads and saying that today is Radhastami, please come, or big donation collection, like big, celebrations are big, but they're not shown to outside world. It is only for the devotees. Radhastami is more intimate festival for the devotees. Yeah. And we'll discuss about how is it celebrated in ISKCON and what is our Acharya's disposition and hearing devotees consciousness. What is the consciousness of people who are hearing? That also we have to understand. Okay? So starting with, you can see who is holding the feet of Radharani. Krishna. Right? Yes. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in whom all the universes are there, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana is holding the lotus feet of Radharani. Right? So God, is God a male or a female? What do you think? God is a male? How many feel that God is a male? Lift your hand. Okay. How many feel God is a female? Lift your hand. Okay, you're not lifting for male, you're not lifting for female. How many think that God is both male and female? Lift your hand. All three of your hands. God is neither male nor female. He is eternally two. is eternally manifested in two forms. Right? God is male also, is female also, and is eternally two. It's not like one day Krishna expanded and became Radharani. They have been always two. And they're always one. This thing is not understood by a lot of people. Without Radharani, there is no meaning to Krishna. And without Krishna, there is no meaning to Radharani. Together, they're everything. Krishna is the source of Balaram, Balaram is the source of Narayan, Narayan is the source of Sudarshan, Sankarshan, and Sankarshan is the source of Mahavishnu, Mahavishnu is the source of Karanadarshan Vishnu, Shivadarshya Vishnu, and then all the Devatas, important Devatas, and so on and so forth. Radharani is the source of Lakshmi Devi, Lakshmi is the source of Durga, Durga is the source of many other Devis, and so on and so forth. Right? So together, they are two running the entire universe. And that's eternal reality. That is very difficult for us to understand. So better don't try to understand. Just understand one thing, that without them there is no existence of love. Right? There is no loving, but their loving reciprocation, the Supreme Lord is always two. Always two, eternally two. Right? Acharyas have explained that a lot of people speculate about Radharani. That Radharani is one of the gopis, Radharani is, somebody among the gopis that Krishna likes. No. Radharani is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She is not an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Don't be in the misconception. She is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is also the Supreme Personality of Godhead, eternally there too. Right? It is, if you have to understand in our language, it is one soul in two bodies. How do you understand that? It is one soul in two bodies. And they reciprocate love with each other. And the whole creation is all about facilitating that reciprocation of love. Right? So, mother's love is selfless, world does not know, very intimate and sacred. That is how in ISKCON we look at Radhastami as a festival. And Acharya's disposition, they say infinitesimal, describing the infinite. Right? We are so small and we are trying to describe the highest. How is it possible? It's not possible, you can't. Even if you want to explain, if somebody says, Prabhuji, baitho, mujhe samjhao. Nahi samajh mein aayega, chodo. It is not possible for us to understand who is Srimati Radharani. Right? We'll understand that a little bit as we go forward. Incompatible and inconceivable even to explain. Undisclosed, not because it's a secret. It's not a secret. We don't want to say, okay, we'll not talk about Radharani. Aisa bhi nahi. We want to talk about Radharani, but we don't disclose much because we can't understand. See, problem is we start comparing Radharani with people we know. Oh, my mother also loves like Radharani. My wife also takes care of me like Radharani. What nonsense is that? We can't compare. The problem is we start comparing. That is the reason we don't explain more. Right? And as we go through today's seminar, at the end, you yourself will say that, okay, Prabhu, samajh gaye. We can't understand. Right? So let's try to understand what we cannot understand. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is the only qualification to discuss this topic. Actually, Radharani is not known to anyone. Even the Devatas, they don't know. They know that there is supreme reality, but they have never seen. Radharani is the most intimate, and Goloka Vrindavan is the most intimate place. Right? How did we get to know that? Only because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started discussing the Radha Krishna Leelas and the love of Radharani when he started distributing, all the Devatas were shocked. Hey, kya kar rahe ho? We have been doing tapasya for millions of years to understand the supreme reality. Nobody came to tell us, and you are going and distributing it freely. Everywhere. Anybody and everybody. He's saying, please love Krishna. And he's showing how Radharani loves Krishna. So the only understanding we have in Gaudiya Vaishnavas is only because of Sri Chaitanya. Otherwise, nobody else can speak about Radharani. Yes, there are a lot of Sahajiya societies where they try to dance like Radharani. They try to dress like Radharani. They try to behave like Radharani. But that's all Sahajiya. Meaning, just some impersonation, something false. They're trying to impersonate that they are Radharani or they're experiencing Krishna. But our acharyas have never encouraged any such thing. Hearer's consciousness, can I understand the greatness of Srimati Radharani? No. Sage Durvasa could not understand Amrisha. You all know that story. Sage Durvasa, he wanted to have a meal, and Amrish Maharaj, he just had water, knowing that Durvasa is coming. But did he understand his heart? And Sage Durvasa is who? Not any ordinary person. He's the son of Brahma. Right? In a way, he's almost on the equal platform of Shiva. What? He could not understand Durvasa. So you can't understand, such a great sage can't understand a devotee's heart. Indra could not understand the nature of Brajavasis. Indra could not understand the nature of devotees. Right? When devotees were starting to serve Krishna by preparing the Govardhan hill, he could not understand why they are doing it. Only thing he thought is, oh, they are not following me. They could not. He could not understand that Brajavasis only thinking in their mind is Krishna. Whatever Krishna says, they will do. He could not understand that. And he wanted to take revenge against the Brajavasis. Right? Krishna Dwaraka wives could not understand the gopis. When Krishna would get up in the morning from one side of the bed, they would either feel that was he with me or no. Completely detached. And the only thing he would say in the dreams is Gopi, 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 like that Krishna used to tell. And Dwarka wives used to be jealous. Who are these gopis? They could not understand who are gopis. Right? Lord Brahma could not understand the love of Krishna for Gopas. When he did the Brahma Vimohan Leela, he could not understand. What to speak of this? Lord Krishna, the cause of all causes, declares in Srimad Bhagavatam that he can't understand the love of gopis. Right? There is one place where even God fails to understand the love of his devotees. Now, Braja Gopis, now, Gopis the highest. Braja Gopis cannot understand their love, of their own love for Krishna. They can't understand. Why they are loving Krishna also, they don't know. If you go and ask Gopi, why are you loving Krishna so much? They will just look at you and walk away. They don't know how to tell. And among that gopis, the prominent gopi is Radharani. And all the gopis are serving the gopi. So that they're all the time busy how to unite Radha and Krishna. And they cannot understand their love for Krishna. What can they understand Radharani's love for Krishna? And what can we all sitting here in 1102 try to understand what is Radharani? Right? Well, Lord Brahma could not understand, Lord Indra could not understand, while Krishna cannot understand, what can we understand sitting here? What is the greatness of Radharani? That should be our consciousness. Unfortunately, spiritually unfortunate people, they say Radha and Krishna were not married. Right? There are a lot of stupidity going on around because they just like to speak. Or they say there is no mention of Sri Radharani in the Vedas. Where is she mentioned? You have created a Radharani. I remember when we were in Boston, when we were doing satsang, two people came, little aged people. They came and told, stop discussing about Radharani. There is nothing called Radharani. It's the imagination of your Prabhupada. It's the imagination of your Islam society. There is no Radharani. For that matter, even few hundred years ago, she was challenged in Jaipur. And Shri Baldev Vijayabhushan had to prove that Radharani is there. And through his bhashya, he proved. And that is when Radharani's deity was kept beside Krishna. Radha Govinda, Radha Gokulananda. Right? Lot of sampradayas, they don't understand who is Radharani. And we cannot blame them because they don't have access to Radharani. The only people who have access to Radharani are the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the only Acharya, Swayam Bhagavan, who came and revealed what is happening inside his house. All the other sampradayas go in front of the house. They go down and they go. Right? They see Krishna as a small boy. They see Krishna as a young boy. They see Krishna as Dwarkadish. They see Krishna as somebody, Radha Parthasarathy. But they don't know Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna access is only given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? Otherwise, there is no. How can a married man meet another? How can a married woman meet another man? Right? Radharani is married to Abhimanyu. There is a person called Abhimanyu. How can she go and meet Krishna in middle of the night? What is going on? Radharani was only a part of Krishna's life. Huh? There is one fellow in internet now, big daddy fellow. He's speaking about Radharani. He's telling that, oh, Radharani comes in the beginning of Krishna's life and then Krishna grows up. He becomes mature. Krishna becomes mature. And then he goes and discusses further matters in Hastinapur and Dwarka. Right? People are speculating whatever they want about Radharani. Radha was just one of the other gopikas in the branch. Oh, there are a lot of gopis, and one of the gopis who was most prominent is Radha. Right? A lot of people speak like this. Relationship between Radha and Krishna is not love, it's lust. This is also something that people say, unfortunately, but only because of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most unfortunate become fortunate. Right? Only because of Sri Mahaprabhu. Golokera Premadhana Harinama Sankirtan. Please repeat. Golokera Premadhana. Golokera Premadhana. Harinama Sankirtan. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. These are the names not of this planet. Golokera Prema Dhana. Harinama Sankirtan. This mantra is coming from the spiritual world. We are so fortunate that we are equally unfortunate that we don't understand. Right? This is being given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, if you chant this, you can reach Goloka. You can experience Goloka. Because this is what they are doing. All gopis are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We chant Hare Krishna. But we are like, why should I chant Hare Krishna? Maybe it is not. That is our unfortunate situation. This is the verse. Swayam. Goswamis are saying this is Golokera Premadhana. ISKCON belongs to Radha and Krishna. But within ISKCON, the GBC, you all should know, you all follow the ISKCON. That is the reason I was calling the devotees to please attend this seminar. There are some rules of where to use and where not to use Radharani's name. Because we don't want to behave like Sahajiyas. Right? There are a lot of Sahajiya. This meeting happened sometime in 2014 in Sridham Mayapur Dham. And they passed some resolutions of how we in ISKCON should use Radharani's name and should not use Radharani's name. How many of you know this? We should know. I'll just read. The following use of Radha's name should be avoided in all temples and public programs as well as in recorded media. Number one, chanting of the holy name of Srimati Radharani without the holy name of Sri Krishna. Like some people say, Radhe, 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 Radhe. No, not allowed. In ISKCON, that kind of behavior and that kind of kirtans are not allowed. Only Radha and Krishna together have to be chanted. That is a respectful way. This Radhe, 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 Radhe kirtans are mostly done by Sahajiyas who don't want bhakti. They only want mukti or they want to experience. Right? False kind of experience. And chanting the holy name of Srimati Radharani within mantra were not introduced by Srila Prabhupada, previous Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas or in Shastra. Like you are trying to create a new mantra using Srimati Radharani. That is not allowed. The Moola mantra of Krishna consciousness movement is what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. This is the mantra. When you are doing arati, when you are chanting, when you are meditating, this is the only mantra you need to do. You don't have to create a new mantra. But there are a lot of people out there who are trying to manipulate and create their own ways of worshipping Radharani. And actually, even when Srila Prabhupada was there, a group of devotees somewhere in Los Angeles, they created a new club called Gopi Club. And they started discussing Radha Krishna Leelas and Gopi's Leelas with Krishna. And as soon as Srila Prabhupada got to know this, immediately he passed a resolution that nobody is going to encourage such kind of clubs in ISKCON. We are all here servants of the servants of the servants of servants of Srimati Radharani. And we have no business to discuss about Radha and Krishna Leelas. Whatever Acharyas reveal, that much we should hear, and we should not get beyond that. Why? Because we are all on bodily platform. That is the problem. If you hear that Krishna in Rasa dance, he came, he was dancing with all the gopis, and suddenly he stopped dancing with all the gopis, and the only thing gopis could see is 2 feet of one gopi and 2 feet of Krishna. And after some time, they could only see 2 feet of Krishna. That means Krishna lifted that gopi and went to some other secluded place in the Braj. Just by hearing this, think what kind of feelings are coming into your head. What kind of thoughts are coming in? What can you understand the relationship between Radha and Krishna? When in the beginning I told Radha and Krishna together are the eternal supreme reality. Both of them together is God. Right? You can't imagine the love between Radha and Krishna and speculate it between any boy and girl of this world. Or for that matter, any relationship that we've seen in our life. So when are people planning to start their bhakti in today's day and time? Huh? Yeah. So Shankaracharya is telling you, repeat after me. Angam galitam palitam mundam. Dasha vihinam jatam tundam. Vidroyati grahitva dandam. Tadapina muchanti asapindam. All limbs are loose. All parts of the body are weak, inactive. Hair has become grey and fell out. All teeth have fallen. The mouth is toothless, empty of teeth. The body has grown old, weak and fragile. And at that time we want to say, Radha Krishna nahi anya. You want to give your body at that time to Radha and Krishna? Huh? Shankaracharya is telling, but even after all these things are gone, our desires won't stop. Huh? Tadapina muchanti asha pindam. Your asha will never stop. Desires are always filled. So, Prabhupada Mataji, from this Radhastami, let us really meditate with the lotus feet of Radharani and ask that let those material desires go away and let the desire come back into my heart where it will serve you and Krishna. We have to put that effort. Otherwise, we are only waiting to become old. Even in ISKCON, some devotees come and say, Prabhuji, में 2 साल ही हुआ है ना? और एक 5 years होने दो. उसके बाद serious हो जाएंगे. Right? उसके बाद chanting अच्छा होगा. Right? Prabhuji, we are new, right? I mean, somehow we are finishing our 16 rounds. When we become old, then automatically 16 rounds will be perfect. I have not seen anybody 16 rounds perfect, depending on age. I have only seen depending on their sincerity. Right? So don't try to follow what Shankaracharya is telling here. So when does Srimad Bhagavatam recommend to start bhakti?
5 years.
Yes, in Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto. Sri Prahlada Dharman Bhagavatani Durlabham Dharma Tadapapi Adubam Adhadam. Bhagavan said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life, in other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is the most rarely achieved, and although temporary, like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Right? So, We are not waiting to become old to start bhakti. We want to become bhaktas now. Right? Because bhakti is important for people who know that they can die anytime. How many here can die anytime here? Anybody? You're not going to die anytime? You can. So we have to be cognizant of all these things. We can die anytime. So we want to perfect bhakti today. Today is the chance. Today is Radhastami. Best time to die. How many are ready? Really? Those ones. Lord Krishna and Radha are Bhakta. Both of them are. Bhakti means mercy. Ultimate goal is bhakti. Bhakti is more powerful. Origin and source is bhakti. Bhakti means oneness. Right? When we say bhakti means mercy, Lord Krishna is the most merciful. If he sees a little sincerity in you, he will give you bhakti. Thoda sincerity dikao. What is the sincerity that we should show? We are eager to hear about Radha and Krishna. Gossip is there everywhere. Right? Gossip is there everywhere. Even in satsang there is gossip. Actually, gossip is only in satsang. In my last few years in ISKCON, I can tell you, the best gossip is there only in ISKCON society. बाहर तो लोगों को आता ही नहीं है gossip करना. Right? We have more subject. We have philosophy to gossip also. Right? Philosophy we can back up. Ultimate goal is bhakti. Lord Krishna's transition from chapter 11 to chapter 12 is what? Bhakti. In chapter 11 of Bhagavad Gita, what did he show? Universal form. He showed, I am the strongest. Here is the universal form. And immediately in 12th chapter he goes and says, I like my devotee, the one who surrendered to me. I like my devotee who devotes his work to me. I am the devotee's devotee. Finish. He's suddenly into bhakti. Because even Krishna doesn't like to describe his universal aspect. He's all behind bhakti. Bhakti is most powerful. A ray of sun cannot conquer the sun. A ray of sun cannot conquer the sun, but a part of Krishna can conquer Krishna. That is the greatest of bhakti. Who in this room does not have the capacity to conquer Krishna? Did Krishna create anybody, any living entity who cannot conquer him? No. Every single person in this room can conquer Krishna. How? Bhakti. Bhakti is so great. And the source of that bhakti is who? Radharani. Right? Krishna is Vishaya Vigraha, object of bhakti. Radharani is Ashraya Vigraha, source of all bhakti. Right? If Radharani doesn't give bhakti, we will not get bhakti. Everybody. There is no love in this creation if there is no Radha. And when you get that bhakti, whom are you going to get devoted to? Krishna. Because he is the Vishaya Vigraha. Krishna is Madana Mohan. He attracts the whole universe. Madan Mohan. Akarshayati iti Krishna. There is nothing, nobody who is not attracted to Krishna. And that Krishna is attracted to Radharani, who is called Madana Mohana. Right? That is the greatest of bhakti. Through bhakti, even the Supreme Lord is conquered. Right? Origin and source of bhakti. Lord Krishna manifested his own Hladini Shakti as Radharani, who is the source of all bhakti. And bhakti means oneness. Means what? Radha and Krishna are one. It cannot be differentiated in chronology of time and events. Oh, Krishna was one. Then he expanded into Radha. No. Radha and Krishna are eternally one. And eternally they are two. And eternally they are exchanging love. See, we people can't understand the concept of eternality, right? Because it's so difficult. We are in a dual world. All of us have started and experimented. Isn't it? Everything in this world has started and experimented. But Radha and Krishna don't have started and experimented. They are eternally started and there is no experiment. How is it? But Prabhuji, in the beginning, see, that is the problem. We are trying to find the beginning. In eternal world, there is no beginning. There is no time in the spiritual world. There is no time. But there is time for enjoyment. They created a time. At this time, Krishna will meet. At this time, Krishna will leave. At this time, Krishna will go to the pasture. At this time, he will come back. Doesn't mean that the time is ruling them. They are using the time. In the material world, time is using us. In the spiritual world, they are using time. You following what I'm saying? Huh? Yes. So Sri Jiva Goswami explains. Please repeat after me. Radha Krishna Pranaya Viktim Maladi Shakti Rasma. Radha and Krishna are the same. Krishna, by expanding his pleasure potency, becomes Radharani. Now, when he says becomes Radharani, Prabhuji, that means he became, na? No. He is always like that. He is always becoming. He always became. The aspect of timelessness doesn't fix into our heads. So understand that Radha and Krishna are eternally the same. Right? And Jiva Goswami further says, although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. Now that means they are separated, means they were one and they separated. There is no TED talk for this. They are eternally separated and they are eternally one. Right? Because we are discussing about spiritual matter in the material world. It's very difficult to understand. Now these two transcendental entities have again united in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? Now these two, they are one, and that one is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When they are two, they are again. You understand? The only way, the only place you see the complete Supreme Lord, and that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is complete Krishna. Krishna and Radha together. Right? And there is Krishna and Radha there. And Krishna and Radha, are they not complete? They are also complete. But Radha and Krishna together, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also complete. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnam Purnamudachyate Purnamadhaya Purnam Evavishishate. Everything comes out of them is complete. Everything that is coming out is complete. Even though the complete comes out of the complete still remains complete. You did not completely understand. Huh? I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna, Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya, Namine Gauratushe Namaha. When this verse was written by Rupa Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just holded this verse and he was searching. How could he know? How could he know? How did he know? I never told this to anyone. This is the greatest secret. How could he know? And Rupa Goswami is like, I know. I know Mahaprabhu, why you have come. I know. Right? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu laughed. He said, Rupa, you have conquered my heart. The greatest secret you know. That I am actually Krishna. And I am appearing here to give Krishna Prema. This is the mood of Radharani. But I am Krishna. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. Namine Gaura Krishna. Right? That's why we are all called Rupanugas. We are all the followers of Rupa Goswami in ISKCON. Because Rupa Goswami is recognized by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the most prominent understanding of Radha and Krishna Tattva. Yeah. Like I told, Madana Mohan, Radharani is Madana Mohan, Mohin. Krishna is Vishaya Vigraha, Radharani is Ashraya Vigraha. Any questions so far?
Bhakti and Bhagavan. Bhakti, the process is none other than Radharani. Right? Bhakti and Bhagavan.
Three things are eternal. So Vaishnava Sampradaya, Vaishnava was saying that three things are eternal: Bhakti, Bhagavan, and Bhakta. We are always going to be Bhakta, even when we go to the spiritual world. We will not be Bhagavan. Next one is Bhagavan बनने हाथ उठाओ. मैं भगवान बना सकता हूँ. सेमिनार के बाद मैं बना दूंगा. किसको बनना? ऐसे लोग हैं. तो भक्ति, भगवान, भक्ता, भगवान and Bhakti. Even after we go to the spiritual world, we will perform bhakti. We are in the material world, we are performing bhakti. Right? All the three are eternal, and it is that bhakti, Radharani. Bhakti is coming from that, and it is eternal.
One more problem.
Yeah.
Lord Brahma says, right? Like, I have seen the 16 signs of lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, and but the signs of Radharani are different, and the signs of Krishna are different.
Yes.
But he sees I mean, it's only a single source. And both are one.
Yes, but there are different moods. Different moods. For example, the lotus feet signs of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are different from the lotus feet signs of Radharani, and they are different from the lotus feet signs of Krishna.
So,
Yes. The mood in which they are coming to help all of us are there in the lotus feet.
but the signs of on the food, how many gods are probably very narrow question. Signs on the food. Generally, how many gods have those signs? Krishna and
How many gods are only Vishnu and Vishnu, only Krishna and Krishna avatars, all Vishnu avatars have those things. And of course, the Supreme, Srimati Radharani have those things. Not everybody have those things.
Lord Shiva, Brahma, no, Lord.
I have to get back to you on that. I have not heard of such signs. We did discuss how many attended the Bhagavatam class yesterday morning. Yeah, 50 and fully I can see. Okay, I think 30-40%. So my humble request would be, please go and see the recording. I think I posted the recording, right? Please hear that the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. You'll understand in what way Radharani is so special. Right? Now we'll discuss briefly. This is an endless topic, but briefly the historic narration of Bhakti in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, right? Where Narad Muni searched for the greatest devotee of Krishna in the universe. Right? This is Brihad Bhagavatamrita. I know Srimad Bhagavatam. What is Brihad Bhagavatamrita? So actually, after Parikshit Maharaj finished hearing the Bhagavatam, his mother Uttara came to see him. As soon as Bhagavatam is over, his mother Uttara came to see him. Oh my son, you have achieved the greatest by sitting with Sukadeva Goswami. And you have taken all the knowledge that you need to go back to Krishna. And your mother. To give something, can't you give the essence to me? And within few hours, maybe some time, the entire essence of Bhagavatam was told by Parikshit Maharaj to his mother Uttara. And that is Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Right? That's the even advanced picture. And there are 2-3 pastimes, Gopakumara pastime, and this Narad Muni search for the greatest devotees. How many have heard this in the past? If you're right. Okay. So we'll go one by one and try to understand. By hearing this whole seminar, you'll understand the greatness of Radharani. That is the reason we are reading this pastime today. Right? So Narad Muni, he is in search of the greatest devotee and he goes to Prayag. And he sees a Brahmana there. And the Brahmana is so nicely worshipping the Shaligram Shilas. And as soon as he sees this Brahmana, he sees that he is putting all the necessary ingredients. He is having a nice patra, he is having the nice ingredients to worship, and he is doing great worship for the whole day of Shaligram Shila without any compromise. All flowers, all garland, all this, all that. And immediately Radharani goes to that person and says, how nicely you are worshipping the Shaligram Shila. You are the greatest worshipper. You are qualified to receive the greatest mercy of Krishna. And immediately that Brahmana, he looks at Narad Muni and he says, yes, you are right that I am worshipping Shaligram Shila. And yes, you are right that I am worshipping in a very special way. But let me tell you, today is the anniversary of the Shaligram Shila. I worship like this only once in a year. And it's my fortune that you came on this day. And you are seeing me worshipping like this. By the way, I don't worship like this every day. Right? So Narad Muni is like, then who can be a better devotee than you? Then he says, the greatest king in South India, there is a king in South India. He has 108 Shaligram Shilas and he worships them every day, all his citizens. He is better devotee than me. Please go to him and you will find a better devotee than me. Right? So Narad Muni immediately is astonished. Oh, and this is the quality of a Brahmana that Lord Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad Gita in 18.42. He is saying peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and righteousness. These are the qualities by which the Brahmana works. And what is the quality that he is showing here? Humility and honesty. Right? He's showing you saying, I'm not the greatest devotee. I don't think I want to cheat you saying that I'm the greatest devotee. If somebody comes, if Narad Muni comes to our house and says, hey, such a nice worship you are doing, I think you are the best devotee in Gachibowli. What will you tell? I get it. But a devotee never feels that is the greatest devotee. The real Bhagavatam's beauty is, it explains how a devotee is finding another great devotee. So Narad Muni, he goes to this king in South India and immediately starts praising, you are the greatest recipient of the Lord's mercy, you are worshipping Shaligram Shilas, you are worshipping with the whole citizens, you are better than anybody else. You are the recipient. And king says, honestly, I only worship, with one kingdom. I only have one kingdom in South India. I only worship with one kingdom. But there is a king who has thousands of kingdoms and is worshipping in all thousands of kingdoms at a time. And who is the king? He says that king is none other than Indra. Indra worships along with 3.3 crore devatas. And you know how many Shaligram Shilas Indra worships? 1008. Every single day. He is such a great devotee. You should go to that king. What kind of a king am I? Why are you coming to me? Right? Immediately Narad Muni understands. Okay, today I'm going to travel a lot. Right? So immediately he goes to Indra. He goes to Indra, and as soon as he sees Indra, the great Indra sitting on the big elephant, worshipping, immediately Narad Muni starts saying, you are the greatest recipient of Lord's mercy. You are doing everything, you are satisfying all the devatas, you are engaging all the devatas in worship of Krishna. Even though you are surrounded by so many things, you are not getting confused. You are not getting attracted. You are so nicely worshipping Krishna, you are worshipping so many Shaligram Shilas. Huh? And Indra immediately says, have you not read the 6th canto of Bhagavatam? Huh? Narad Muni, have you not read the 6th canto of Bhagavatam? Narad Muni is like, actually, I was the one who asked Vyasvas to write it. So I know what he wrote. Then how can you tell me that I am the greatest devotee? Don't you know what I did in 6th canto? I was nicely worshipping and my Guru Brahaspati came and I ignored my Guru only. I was so puffed up that I ignored my Guru. And because of that I got cursed. And to relieve that curse, my Guru only arranged another Brahmana to relieve me from that curse. And that Brahmana was Vishwarup. Have you not read in the 6th canto? Have you all read it? How many of Bhagavatam sets in your house lift your hand? How many have read the 6th canto? Lift your hand. Mataji read. Prabhuji read. Yes. Right? So one day Narad Muni will come and ask, what are you doing with your Bhagavatam? Right? So here Narad Muni is saying, I only wrote a Baba, I know what you have done. What Indra is like, then how are you calling me the best devotee? Vishwarup came to deliver me. He was chanting mantras in the morning to save me, and in the night he was chanting mantras for asuras to be saved. I got too much into it. This fellow is, I don't understand whether he's a supporter or he's an enemy. I went and sliced his head. I killed a Brahman. I insulted my Guru. Then I killed a Brahman. Have you not read the 8th canto of Bhagavatam? To relieve me from that sin, Again, Krishna had to send Chitraketu Maharaj as Vritrasura. And to kill that Vritrasura, I went and tried to kill him. And then Vritrasura at the end of his death says, Krishna! And he leaves his body. I killed another Krishna devotee. I am only killing Brahmanas and Krishna devotees. How can I be the greatest devotee? You tell me. Narada is like, okay. So what is your conclusion? Are you or are you not? Then Indra says, how can I be? I did offenses against Kayadu also. I wanted to kill Prahalad also. Forget about his father killing him. Even before his father, I wanted to kill him in the womb only. Because of you, I stopped killing Prahalad. Otherwise, I would have killed Prahalad also. Then finally, Narada says, Bhaiya, tell me where I should go next. Who is according to you the next best devotee? Or the best devotee? And he says, the only person who is in so much power but still is always a devotee, thinking about Krishna, is Brahma. Go to Brahma. Because for Brahma there is no father and mother. Brahma never took birth to a mother. And Brahma never had a father. The only source he had is Narayan, Krishna. And he is the most devoted. Go to him. Right? Narada Muni goes to Brahma. And he goes and says, hey Brahma, you have no father and mother. You are only thinking about the source who has created you. And you are serving him. You are doing so much work for him. You are creating so many universes. Better. I was feeling like dancing. That's the problem. Okay. So here what is going on? Narada Muni is praising Brahma, saying you have 4 rights, and from the 4 rights you reveal the 4 Vedas. And you have done a greatest service. You have done a greatest service to Krishna by giving this. And you are, by the way, the head of Brahma Sampradaya. Right? You are describing the glories of Krishna all over the world through your Sampradaya. ISKCON, we are all part of what Sampradaya? Brahma Madhva Goddess Sampradaya. Right? So here, and he's saying, you are the greatest recipient of Krishna's mercy. There cannot be any better devotee than you. Right? And what is Brahma telling? Have you not read the 10th canto of ours? Narada Muni is like, I know. You don't have to ask that question. And your son Brahma, I have come to you finally. I never knew that being my father, you are the greatest devotee. Just now Indra told me that you are the greatest devotee. I came to you. And you are asking me whether I have read 10th canto or not. I know what you did in 10th canto. Then how are you asking me that I am the better devotee? You know what nonsense I did in 10th canto. I refuse to accept that little boy in Vrindavan as the supreme personality of Godhead. I tested Krishna. Are Indra at least united the Gopas and Gopis. I divided Gopas and Gopis. I made Krishna go away from Gopas and Gopis for 1 year. I tested him. Right? And what to speak of that? I doubted his personality. I am worse than Indra. And when I went to apologize to Lord Krishna, that Krishna, I'm sorry, I did this mistake. I could not recognize you as the source of all Narayan. I could not recognize you that you are the origin of everything. What did Krishna do? He didn't even look at me. Ignore. Pura Anjan maar diya. You know that Anjan marna, right? So the greatest Anjan is by Krishna to Brahma. Brahma is saying sorry, and Krishna is holding in one hand some curd rice. Right? And he's holding like this curd rice, and then he's just walking around. Just imagine this little boy Krishna is walking and Brahma is running around him. He's sorry. Krishna is like this. Krishna is completely ignored him. Completely ignored him. And ignorance is the greatest punishment. And Brahma is saying, how can you declare me as the greatest devotee? And by the way, how many mistakes I did myself. Have you not read the 7th canto of Bhagavatam? What did I do? I gave a comprehensive insurance policy to a crooked person. And because of that, Prahlad suffered so much that when the Supreme Lord came as Hiranyakashipu, he was looking at me with fiery eyes and I was like, Maaf kar do. And he shouted at me in Bhagavatam. Directly Narsimha is telling, Brahma, kyun deta hai aise insurance? Who asked you to give that kind of policy because of which nobody could come and save my devotee? And you are telling me that Supreme Lord is pleased with me? How can you tell us that I am the greatest devotee? I am not any devotee. So Narad Muni is telling, okay, tell me, which visa should I take? Where are you sending me? So then Lord Brahma says, the greatest devotee is the one who is serving Krishna with so many austerities and delivering the most fallen. He even drinks poison for Lord Krishna. And that is Lord Shiva. Go to Lord Shiva. He is the greatest. Now Lord Shiva in a way is like a brother to Narad Muni, because both are coming from Brahma. Though Lord Shiva is coming from Brahma, is not the son of Brahma, but in a way, he is the brother of Narad Muni. So he's like, okay, he will be my father, now I'm going to my brother. So he goes to meet Lord Shiva in Kailasha. He goes to meet Lord Shiva. And after he goes there, what does he say? You are the greatest recipient of Lord Mercy. Oh, Shivji, you are the greatest. Who can be greater than you? Please repeat this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 12th canto, 13th chapter, 16th verse. Nimnaganam yatha ganga devanam manchuto yatha vaishnavanam yatha shambho purananam idam tatha. Please repeat after me. Just as the Ganga is the greatest of all rivers, Lord Achyuta, the Supreme, among deities of Lord, among deities, and Lord Shambhu, Shiva, the greatest of all Vaishnavas. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all Puranas. Right? So Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all Puranas, Amala Purana, spotless Purana. Among all the deities of worship, Achyuta is the greatest, meaning Lord Krishna. Among all the rivers, Ganga is the greatest, and among all Vaishnavas, you are the greatest. It is being told in Bhagavatam, you are the recipient of Lord's mercy. Oh Shiva, I found the greatest devotee. I found the greatest devotee. You are the practical demonstrator of knowledge and renunciation. This is a verse, beautiful verse. Maybe we should repeat this verse in glorification of Lord Shiva. Please repeat after me. Swayam Mahesha Suraso Nagesha. Swayam Mahesha Sasuru Nagesha. Sakha Dhaneshwara Sudha Ganesha. Sakha Dhaneshwara Sudha Ganacha. Tatapi Bhiksha Dhaname Go Shambho Baliyashi Ke Balame Ishvaresha. Ishvaresha. Please repeat after me. You are the greatest of all, Maheshwara. Your father-in-law is the greatest, is the king of all mountains. Your friend, the king of wealth. Your son is the king of Ganas, Ganapati. Then you are roaming around like homeless. So it being praised that you actually are the richest. You have everything. Maya Devi is your wife, Durga. You have all the riches. But you are so homeless and you are so much you look such renouncement. Who can be a better devotee than you? Right? Who can be better than devotee? Like that, Narad Muni is praising him. You are always holding the beads and chanting the names of Hari. What is he chanting? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare. Like that. He's always chanting. Have you seen Lord Shiva holding like this? No, he's always sitting and he's holding the beads. See that? And he's always chanting Hare Rama. Right? So after hearing all this, Lord Shiva says, yes, whatever he told is right only. I drank poison also. I also, I know that I'm the richest. I have all the powers. But what is the point? He says, Lord Chaitanya, when I appeared in Kali Yuga, like Advaita Acharya, I am supposed to serve the Lord, and he made me appear 60 years older than him, and he started serving me. I had to appear as Advaita Acharya. What kind of devotee am I? I am taking service from the Supreme Lord. What kind of devotee am I? Huh? As Adi Shankara, I only came and created the biggest confusion, disputing Mayavada. What kind of service did I do? I did not like to do all this, but I did it. I confused the human race for eternity. There are going to be so many Mayavadis trying to understand that you are formless, qualityless, Nirakar, Nirgun. People will think like that forever. As Muktinath, I give liberation, which no devotee is interested. I am sitting in Muktinath, everybody comes, they say, I am on Mukti, I am giving Mukti. But is there any devotee interested in Mukti? No devotee is interested in Mukti, they are only interested in Bhakti. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam, va jagati shakamaye. Mama janmani, janmanishware, bhavatar bhakti appointed. I am ready to take any number of births, but just make me a devotee of Krishna. So are they interested in Mukti? Are Krishna devotees interested in Mukti? Mukti चाहिए यहाँ पे किसी को? अगर चाहिए तो बाहर जाओ, गेट के बाहर मिलेगा. यहाँ तो भक्ति मिलता है. Right? We are all behind Mukti. We are not behind Mukti. So Lord Shiva is telling, I am Muktina, and your devotees, Hari's devotees are not interested in Mukti. What kind of a Mukti am I spreading? Right? And he's saying, I have never taken any austerities or pains from Supreme Lord. I am nicely sitting in Kailasam. What austerities and pains have I taken? So who can be a better devotee? Narad Muni is asking, Shivji, अब आप ही बताओ, who can be a better devotee? I went to the Brahmana, he sent to the king, he sent to Indra, then to Brahma, Brahma sent to Shiva. Now you tell me where should I go? Then Lord Shiva told, devotee means he takes austerities for Krishna. He accepts pain in his life and still he doesn't lose that faith. He is a true devotee. And that devotee is sitting on the earth planet, and his name is Prahlad. Go to Prahlad. Prahlad is a devotee who is a perfect devotee of Krishna. Because he accepted everything. Now Prahlad, Narad Muni goes to meet Prahlad. And Prahlad is dancing with his friends, just putting the name of Narayan. Narad Muni goes and says, you are tortured by your father, and still you kept the complete faith. And still you kept the complete faith. Who can be a greater devotee than you? Who can be a greater devotee than you? That you pleased even Narsimhadev. When Narsimhadev was angry, none of the devatas could even go in front of him. What to speak of even Lakshmi Devi? Lakshmi Devi also started shivering, looking at her husband in this form as Narsimhadev, and she said, better somebody else go and talk to him. And at that time, Narsimhadev completely was satisfied as soon as Prahlad, you went. Narsimhadev in that ferocious form hugged you and became calm. So you are the greatest devotee of Lord Hari. So you are the recipient of the greatest mercy. Now did Prahlad say, yes, finally, I am recognized? What did Prahlad say? What did Prahlad say? He said, you taught me Bhagavatam in my mother's home. So you are more merciful than me. Whatever Bhagavatam that I told to my friends, whatever faith that I had on the Supreme Lord, you only gave me that faith. I was nicely sleeping in my mother's room, Kayal's room. You came and told me the entire Bhagavatam class. And how can you tell that, I am the recipient of the greatest mercy? I did not offer. Now look at Prahlad's humility here. He says, when Narsimhadev appeared, please pay attention. He says, when Narsimhadev appeared, when some guest comes to your house, what do you give? What do you ask that guest? Baitho, kuch pani chahiye? And if it's a great guest like God, will it go and garland him? What did I do to Narsimhadev? You tell me. Narsimhadev came out of the pillar. I did not offer him a garland. I did not give him a seat. I did not give him any water. And what did Narsimhadev do? He arranged everything himself. He found a seat at the border of on the door. Right? And I didn't give him a garland, so I took my father's intestines and put it. I didn't even offer him water, so he drank blood. What kind of a devotee am I? You tell me. When the Supreme Lord came, I did not even honor him properly. And you are telling me that I am the greatest recipient. Devotee means someone who has done devotional service. What service I have done to Narsimhadev? I was simply saying Narayan, Narayan. And I made him run from Vaikuntha and get into that pillar also. I could have told something better. When my father challenged, this is the pillar, I told he's there in pillar also. God, Supreme Lord, the Unlimited, had to fit into that pillar. And wait for the pillar to broken to come out. I gave more tension only to Lord Hari. What kind of a devotee am I? So Narad Muni is like, okay, I know. I know you are going to tell some other name now. Where should I go? Where should I go? Then Prahlad Maharaj said, the devotee who has served unconditionally, the devotee who has served always, and service is the motto of the devotee. And any time you can only remember him as the greatest devotee who is serving, is Hanumanji. He said, you should go and meet Hanumanji. Hanumanji is the best devotee. You cannot find any single fault in Hanumanji. He is the greatest recipient of Lord Hari. And Narad Muni says, go to Hanumanji in Kim Purusha Loka. There is a place, right? Kim Purusha Varsha Loka. That is the place where Hanumanji lives. So Hanumanji, he went and met Hanumanji. There is Hanumanji sitting, and Narad Muni goes and says, you are the greatest recipient of the mercy of Hari. You are the greatest devotee. Who can be greater than you? Right? Even Lord Krishna, there is a pastime where Lord Krishna and Rukmini were sitting in Dwarka and they wanted to meet Hanumanji. So Krishna told Garuda that please go and get Hanumanji, tell that I am calling you. I am Lord Hari, he is Lord. Go and call me. And Garuda went to Hanumanji and told, your Supreme Lord is calling you. And Hanumanji asked, who is that Supreme Lord who is calling you? The Krishna, Rukmini is calling you. Tell them I will come. And then he came back. Garuda is like, he came back, and then Krishna asked me, what did you do? Where is Hanumanji? No, he told he will come. What did you tell him? I told him your Supreme Lord is calling you. But who did you say the Supreme Lord? I told you, no, you should not say that. You should tell that Raghunandan, that Lord Ram is me. I am calling him. Go tell him. Then only he will come. Right? And then Garuda goes and tells second time, okay, Hanumanji, I did a small mistake by telling you before. Actually, it's you are not Ram only who is calling. Come. And then Hanumanji is okay, I'll come now. You go. And immediately Hanumanji goes and he sees Lord Krishna standing there. The same Supreme Lord, the source of all avatars, is standing. And Hanumanji says, Shri Nathe Janaki Nathe Avede Paramatmani Tathapi Mama Sarvasvam Rama Kamala Lochana. He says, although he is not different from Lord Narayan, lotus-eyed Lord Rama alone is the be-all and end all of my life. Krishna, whatever you do, it is not going to work. Give it up. I have to see Lord Ram only. Then only I am satisfied. So Narad Muni is saying, see, you did that time. That means you are the most eligible recipient of bhakti. Because you are so fixed up for your Supreme Lord. You are not ready to compromise on anything else. Even if your Supreme Lord comes in any other form also, you are not ready to compromise. You have to see him only. And by the way, Hanumanji, don't you remember that incident where Lord Rama was reading the list of his great devotees? The great devotees who remember you. So Lord Ram one day was reading a list of devotees who remember Lord Ram all the time. So he was saying, here is Vibhishan, here is, different devotees. Right? He's reading. And Hanumanji is sitting below. Okay, mera naam aayega. My name will come now. 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 Hanumanji is so nice. He's sitting. My name will come now. His name is not coming. Almost Ram came to the end of the list. Hanumanji is full anxiety. Lord Ram, my name. Wait. I'm reading. So he read the entire list. Hanumanji's name is not there. So Hanumanji is like, start crying. Lord Ram, how can you say that I don't remember you? How can this list not have my name? That list is of devotees who remember you. Then Lord Ram says, but there is another list, Hanuman. There is another list, don't worry. There is another list. And this list is of the devotees whom I don't forget. And then he starts reading. He opens that list. It's a big list. Hanuman is like, my name is there in that. Obviously, Hanuman. And he opens that book. And the only name in all the pages is Hanuman. Hanuman is very happy. Hanuman is so innocent, so much in love. And Narad Muni says, does that incident not prove that the Supreme Lord is remembering you all the time? He is only remembering you all the time. Are you not the greatest recipient of his mercy? Are you not the greatest devotee on the planet? Now Hanuman starts his humility. He says, you are being burnt by fire. You are only thinking about service. Your entire body is burning and you are thinking, how can I serve Ram? Let me burn that building. Let me burn that palace. Right? Even in fire, you are, and who can be a better devotee than you? And Hanumanji says, Lord never leaves his greatest devotees. While going, Lord Ram took all the Vanar Sena with him to Ayodhya Dham in the spiritual world, but he left me as Chiranjeevi here. If he really loves me, why will he not take me? No, I cannot be the greatest devotee. Greatest devotee means the devotee who Supreme Lord never leaves. He's all the time with the devotee. He's all the time taking care of the devotee. Where is my Ram now? I am sitting in this Kim Purusha Varsha Loka as Chiranjeevi and I am waiting to meet my Supreme Lord. He just left me here. Now Narad Muni is like, today is a really big travel day. I thought I finished my journey. Now Hanumanji, you only tell me who is a better devotee. You think who deserves the Lord's mercy. And then Hanumanji says, the only devotees whom Supreme Lord was serving all the time. And Lord was there with them all the time. And he never left without them anywhere are the Pandavas. Pandavas are better devotees than me. Supreme Lord was always serving them. So Narad Muni next goes to the Pandavas. And as soon as he goes, all the Pandavas are coming serving him. Hey Pandav, hey Narad Muni, you have come. Immediately Narad Muni starts. You are the greatest recipient of the Supreme Lord's mercy. Look how the Supreme Lord has been serving you. All the time he was with you. All the time. You never questioned the Supreme Lord in spite of so many calamities. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Right? So here, so you're saying So many calamities came in your life. Hey, Pandavas, but you never questioned the Supreme Lord. Your wife was so badly abused. Your mother was planned to be killed. Your kingdom was snatched away from you. Your wealth was taken away from you. All your image was damaged. But not a single time you went and told Krishna, "हमारे साथ क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? Why are bad things happening to us?" Have you ever heard that in Mahabharata? Never. You are the greatest recipient of Lord's mercy. Krishna was always there with you, but you never misused Krishna. You always were waiting for his mercy. So many ways. Supreme Lord Krishna has washed your feet, Yudhishthira. Supreme Lord Krishna has taken care of you, Bhima, by telling you how to kill. What is that? Jarasandha. He took care of you. And Arjun, he is the one who told you Bhagavad Gita, which he did not tell to anybody. And Nakula and Sahadev, he worshipped you and you are always eternally worshipping him. He is all the time taking care of you, Pandavas. You are the greatest recipient of his mercy. Then Pandavas are looking at each other. Right? And what do the Pandavas say? Now look at the statement of Pandavas. They say, we have been the greatest negative preachers of bhakti in the society forever. We have been the greatest negative preachers. It's like saying, if anybody learns how we treated Krishna, he will never come to bhakti. Like that we have treated Krishna. I used Krishna, Yudhishthira says, I used Krishna like a negotiator of wealth. I sent him to go and negotiate wealth for us. That is the way we treat Krishna. We made him bleed in the battlefield. When he told that I am not going to lift weapons, how can we allow him to sit on the chariot? Every night, Krishna had so many wounds. Because Bhishma would first target Krishna. All the warriors would first target Krishna, because if the charioteer is injured, then he can easily conquer the person on the chariot. If they wanted to defeat Arjuna, they would always target the charioteer. And you were not having, and Supreme Lord was not having any weapons, and he was taking hit after hit. Entire body of Krishna was bleeding, and you are telling that we are recipients of his greatest mercy. How can you tell that? Huh? And by the way, we made him break his vows in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He told that he's not going to lift his weapons. Because of our incapability, Krishna even lifted the weapons. So how can you say that we are the greatest recipient of Lord's mercy? He even left us after his pastimes. He didn't even tell us when he left. Arjuna went to meet him in Dwarka, and he came back and told Krishna is gone. Have you not read the first canto of Bhagavatam? I am asking you all. पढ़ा नहीं पढ़ा? पढ़ो. आज Radhastami है. Take a vow that you want to read Bhagavatam. And you want help for reading Bhagavatam? We have some nice devotees here. Here who are conducting Bhagavatam circle. Forcefully, they'll make you sit and read Bhagavatam. How many want to be forced? With your hand. Force की बिना नहीं करोगे. Santosh Saitya Prabhu, lift your hand. Yeah. So the Prabhuji is conducting Bhagavatam circle. So take his contact from Praveen Prabhu, and in Telugu, Subara Prabhu is conducting. All you do is sit down with everybody 2 times in a week and read Bhagavatam. And along with them, you'll finish Bhagavatam without even your knowledge. And tomorrow, if Radhastami comes and asks, have you read Bhagavatam? What you tell? Yes. Yes. So Pandavas, Narada is saying, Bol do na, who is the greatest recipient of God's mercy? Prahlad sent me to Hanuman. Hanuman sent me to you. Now you are telling you are also not the devotee. Now who is the devotee? Then Pandavas told, he is the person who has spent maximum time with Krishna. Krishna worshipped him when he was there. And all the time, Krishna would find reasons to sit with him. in Dwarka. He is the King Ugrasena. King Ugrasena is the greatest recipient of Lord's mercy. Because all the time he was there. Whenever Krishna wanted to speak something, he would go and speak to Ugrasena. He made him the king of Mathura after killing Kamsa. And he also told take care of the affairs of Dwarka. So Narada went to King Ugrasena. And he said, Hey Ugrasen, you are the emperor of Mathura and then of Dwarka. You performed the coronation, and Lord Krishna made him the coronation. I mean, literally made him the king. Sitting there, that you are the king, he continued. And how much time he spent with you? Lord offered you obeisances and told that I am your subject. You are the king, I am your subject. And he has spent so much time with you. Now Ugrasena is telling, okay, Baba, he spent time with me. But what kind of time was that? Formal time. Right? Any answer? Yes, I have an answer. Okay, thank you very much. Formally spent time with me. No doubt Lord has spent a lot of time with us, but that was a very formal and professional relationship. He is coming to a king, he is discussing kingly matters, he is going away. Where was he discussing loving matters? Where was he discussing from his heart? He never spent any time speaking heart to heart or any friendship with me. How can he call me as the recipient of greatest mercy? Now, Narada is saying, okay, you are also not the greatest recipient. So who is the great recipient? Right? And then beautifully, Ugrasena says, Uddhava is only that person of the Supreme Lord with whom he read, he has eaten, he has played, was discussed, and spent the maximum time intimately. He is the greatest devotee. We should go to Uddhava. Because Uddhava is everywhere. Wherever Krishna is there, Uddhava is there. And by the way, he didn't spend time formally. He was not spending time formally. He was spending intimately. Right? So we should go and meet Uddhava. And Narada is thinking, okay, is this the final or no? So let me go to Uddhava. Right? And Narada goes to Uddhava. And he meets Uddhava along with other sages, Maitreya. If you see the conversations in Bhagavatam, have you read 9th canto of Bhagavatam? You should read. There are so many conversations of Uddhava with Maitreya throughout, and Indra with Vidura. Vidura is speaking to Maitreya, Maitreya is speaking to Uddhava, Uddhava is speaking to both of them. There are so many beautiful conversations. So here he goes and meets Uddhava, and he says, Lord Krishna always consulted you. Huh? Lord Krishna always consulted you and discussed all the matters. By the way, this verse of Bhagavatam, the 10th canto, 46th chapter, first verse, it explains the greatness of Uddhava. Vrishninan pravaro mantri Krishnasya daita sakha shishyo brahaspate saksha Uddhavo buddhi sattama. He's saying the supremely intelligent Uddhava was the best counselor of the Vrishni dynasty, a beloved friend of Sri Krishna, and a greatest disciple of Brahaspati. Brahaspati, who only had foreign students. You can't join Brahaspati University. You can join IIT, MIT, all that. But you can't join Brahaspati University. Because Brahaspati University are other planets. But you are the only disciple of Brahaspati who went in human body to Brahaspati University. And he took the degree. Being the greatest intelligent person on the planet, Uddhava. And you are the greatest minister in the court of Ugrasena, where Lord Krishna consulted you every time he made any decision. How to save Pandavas, how to stop Dhritarashtra from doing what he is doing. Krishna sent Uddhava so many times to Dhritarashtra also. Go tell Dhritarashtra what he is doing is wrong. And he even consulted how to deliver Jarasandha was actually discussed by Uddhava and Krishna, and Uddhava was the one who gave that suggestion that Krishna, you take Arjuna and Bhima and go to Jarasandha and ask for a fight. So you are giving so much advice to Krishna as a minister, And Krishna would not even eat without you. Every day Krishna would eat with Uddhava. Just imagine how close he was. How many of you eat with whom every day? Huh? Krishna every day would eat with Uddhava. Every day would sit and consult Uddhava. And both of them would spend so much time. So you are the recipient of the greatest mercy. Krishna spent the maximum time with you. He respected you so much. You are the greatest devotee. You are the only human disciple of Brahaspati. And Lord Krishna was very intimate with you always. You are the greatest recipient of the mercy. Uddhava, the buck stops here. I have found the greatest devotee. Done. Hari bol, Hari bol. Then Uddhava speaks. Uddhava says, until I went to Vrindavan, I was also under the delusion only. I was also thinking that I am the greatest devotee. Until I went to Vrindavan. As soon as I went to Vrindavan, मेरा पूरा confidence कचरा हो गया. I thought I am the greatest recipient of Krishna's mercy. But the moment I went to Vrindavan, I understood what is my level. Now please hear this attentively. These are the most important conversations of Uddhava. And when Krishna was speaking to Uddhava, Uddhava was in Dwarka. And Uddhava is always near Krishna. So Krishna is sleeping on a bed. It's afternoon time, he's taking a nap. And Uddhava is outside his room. And Narad Muni is speaking to Uddhava outside his room. So Krishna is kind of hearing a little what they are speaking. So Uddhava here is starting to reveal about Vrindavan. And as soon as Uddhava is starting to speak about Vrindavan, Krishna sleeping in Dwarka in the bed starts shaking. Starts becoming very uncomfortable. Starts showing symptoms of Rajvasis. Starts becoming completely disturbed. But Uddhava doesn't know what he's doing. He just starts speaking. He says, I really thought I know Krishna the most and loved Krishna the most. But when I went to Vrindavan, I saw the mercy of Lord Krishna. I could see in the love of the birds. Now, birds, how would birds love Krishna? He was telling, when I went to Vrindavan, I saw the birds. What to speak of Glories, but forget about that. I was looking at the birds. And the bird was completely meditating, thinking about Krishna. And it was bending like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. And suddenly the bird fell from the tree. And before it fell down, the bird looked down and it just fell into water. And the water was a small little pond created by its own tears. I can see birds falling into small pond of their own tears. What love do I have for Krishna, what the birds have? What love the trees of Vrindavan have for Krishna? Krishna told, I will accept Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhakta Pranashati. The trees in Vrindavan are telling, we will give you the Patram, we will give you the Pushpam, we will give that Phalam, and by the way, our tears are that Toyam. And all the trees are crying. You can see the trees are crying in Vrindavan. And the bumblebees, they cannot exist without Krishna. Bumblebees are always going to find honey, the most nectarian honey in the flowers. And as soon as bumblebees look at the lips of Krishna, the lips of Krishna look like lotus. The eyes of Krishna look like lotus. The face of Krishna looks like lotus. Namah Pankaj Nabhaya, Namah Pankaj Maline, Namah Pankaj Netraya, Namaste Pankaj. As soon as they see lotus everywhere around Krishna, the bumblebees are going and running behind Krishna. They're trying to kiss Krishna on his face. And every time Krishna is playing games where he's hiding from all other gopas, all that gopas have to see is where are the bumblebees going. And immediately they'll see all the bumblebees are going in that direction. That means Krishna has gone in that direction. And that is what I saw in Vrindavan. Hey Narad Muni, what love are you talking about? And more than that, more than all these living entities, is the love of the gopas. The gopas are still playing with Krishna, even when Krishna is not there. They are imagining Krishna, that Krishna is there and they are playing with him also. They are playing like completely like something is wrong with them mentally. Krishna is not there, but they're so much in love with Krishna that they can see Krishna everywhere. What love are you talking about that I have for Krishna? What to speak of the Gopas? Greater than Gopa's love is the love of Yashoda. The whole 8th and 9th chapter of 10th canto is only describing the love of Yashoda. How much she is to love for Krishna. How she is to think about Krishna. While she is churning, she is singing Krishna's bhajans. While she is giving milk to Krishna, she is singing Krishna's bhajans. While she is sleeping, she is thinking about Krishna. While she is getting up, she is thinking about Krishna. She is all the time, her entire life is Krishna. What kind of love are you talking about? I have for Krishna. And by the way, if Yashoda's love is the greatest love that you can think of, what is the love of the gopis of Vrindavan? If gopis' love is equal to Mount Meru, Yashoda's love is a small stone on that Mount of Meru. What can you think of the gopis? There is no existence. Krishna's friends, he says, Krishna's friends, they do chamar to Krishna. And sometimes when they are doing chamar, their hands come in between. So they keep the hands over. Because we don't want to lose the sight of Krishna. And sometimes while they are doing the chamar, looking at Krishna, their eyes are filled with tears. And they immediately tell, no, I'm not supposed to cry. Because if I become too ecstatic in love, that's the obstacle between me and Krishna. So let me not become ecstatic. They're each other. What kind of love do they have for Krishna? What am I seeing in Vrindavan? What to speak of Mother Yashoda, who is controlling the Supreme Lord with a loving care? And what to speak of the gopis, who are all the time enacting his fascination? They don't have existence. Every day morning, Gopi gets up and she decorates her body because she knows that if I decorate nicely, Krishna will be happy. They don't care of any other thing. They're all the time gopis are meeting each other and they're doing pastimes of Krishna. They're doing dramas and they're crying in separation of Krishna. And Krishna at one point told that I cannot reciprocate back to your love. I cannot reciprocate back. You have made me fail. So just be self-satisfied. I cannot give you anything back. You are the only entities in the whole universe whom I cannot do anything. So just be satisfied by loving me. That is how Krishna failed. Krishna, God, failed to reciprocate back to his devotee when it came to his devotees, gopis. Right? And what was Uddhava's greatest prayer at the end of Bhagavatam? Just make me a blade of grass. So that those gopis, when they are going, they will step on me. And that's the greatest fortune I'll have. And so when you go on Vrindavan Parikrama and Govardhan Parikrama, please go to Uddhav Kund. Because that is where somewhere the grass is there even now. Uddhava didn't say that I want to be a grass petal for 200 years. He said, eternally, I want to be a grass petal of grass in Vrindavan, where the gopis will touch the lotus feet. What is my love for Krishna as compared to the gopis? You came to me saying, I am the greatest devotee. Truth is, everything and everyone in Vrindavan are more devoted to Krishna than anyone. That is my recommendation. Right? He says, of love to which no one in Vrindavan also cannot be compared is the love of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani ki. Right? She is the ultimate. Even the gopis don't know what Radharani. Right? That is how she serves Radharani. So Prabhupada Maharaj is sitting here on Radhastami. If we can't understand the greatest love of all these devotees for Krishna, can we understand the love of Radharani? We cannot. We cannot even try to understand. And that is the greatest of Radharani. Srila Prabhupada was giving a class in Vrindavan when Prabhupada was there on this planet for some years. He was giving a class on Radhastami in Vrindavan in Krishna Balram temple. And as soon as this news went to Vrindavan, the entire Vrindavan came to Krishna Balram temple. That this Prabhupada, who has spread the glories of Radharani around the world, is speaking on Radhastami. He is going to tell about Radharani. And Srila Prabhupada sat in the class and he started saying, Krishna, the ultimate reality, the origin of everything, the source of everything, is the greatest of everything, the attractor of everything. 10 minutes over. Is Krishna the greatest, the most intelligent, the most wealthiest, the most knowledgeable? 20 minutes over. And then at the end of 25 minutes, it was a 25-minute lecture, 24.30 seconds, Prabhupada says, Lord Krishna is a devotee of Srimati Radharani. Happy Radhastami. and everybody are shocked. And so many devotees, they hear that lecture of Prabhupada, and sometimes they go and see the file name. Is this Janmashtami lecture or Radhastami lecture? It's Radhastami lecture. And that is how Prabhupada told that don't speak about Radharani. You have no qualification to speak about Radharani. What qualification do you have to speak about Radharani? When the greatest of the devotees are telling that she is the greatest devotee and nobody can understand the devotee. Right? Who is Radharani? All Balarama, Krishna expansion, he is the control of everything is being controlled. So we want to become devotee. This online. I don't want to go over all this. Each one of the symbols in Radharani's lotus feet is only to deliver us. The fish, the chariot, the earring, the corn, the mountain, the altar, the arrow, the mace, the disc, the lotus, the umbrella, the gold, the flag, the flower, the flowery pot, the half moon, the bangle. Please hear Saturday mornings discussion. For 2 hours we discuss each one of these items. And then you'll understand how merciful is Radharani. Without Radharani's mercy, you cannot get Krishna's service. Don't even think about it. You need all these symbols. You need the help from all these places. And Radharani is ready to give. Everything that Radharani wanted to give to the whole world is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is a favorite literature of Radharani. She is not there in Srimad Bhagavatam, but she is all the place in Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the love of Bhagavata for Bhagavan. And the source of that love is, right? She is the Ashraya Vigraha of the entire love. So what is Bhagavatam without Radharani? There is nothing. And when Radharani sees that devotees are discussing Bhagavatam, Srimati Radharani comes and sits there saying, I want to hear also. I'm so happy that these devotees are discussing Bhagavatam. You want to serve Radharani? You should read Bhagavatam. And Srila Prabhupada, our greatest Acharya, he has given Bhagavatam to all of us. How can we repay Prabhupada? Anybody? Do you know how to repay Prabhupada? By reading Bhagavatam. Even on the deathbed, Acharyas don't die. Disappearance. Even at that time, he was translating Bhagavatam. And scriptures explain in 4th canto, 22nd chapter, how can you repay such a great devotee? You cannot repay. You cannot repay Guru. You cannot repay your Guru. For what your Guru is doing for you, you cannot repay. Any Guru you cannot repay. Don't even think about it. I'll give this donation, I'll do this service, I'll repay. You cannot repay. All you can do, you know what you can do? Put a little water in your palm, hold it. You say thank you. That's all you can do. You can't do anything more than that. Because these people have dedicated their life, their existence to give you the highest. And if you are not attentive to it, who can be more unfortunate than you? Prabhupada is saying, by distributing these books, you are doing the greatest service. Right? How many of you carry anxiety in your heart day and night? How to serve Krishna? Lift your hand. There is anxiety. How to serve Krishna? Every day morning, there is anxiety. What can I do for Krishna? Will I be able to do it? Can I do it? Should I do it? How should I do it? How should I distribute Bhagavatam? How should I distribute Bhagavad Gita? When will I finish Bhagavatam? Oh, I have 5 casual leaves. Let me take 5 casual leaves and finish one canto. Let me sit down and finish this chapter today. So many days I have not read Bhagavatam. What am I doing in life? Bhagavatam set is lying in my house. There are so many people looking for Bhagavatam. They can't afford it. Can I give it to them? Brothers and Mataji's, if that anxiety comes into your life, remaining Radharani will take care. Remaining things Srimati Radharani will take care. Because in the lotus feet of Radharani is a lotus. And lotus represents Padma. And Padma represents Lakshmi. And Lakshmi, they will take care of everything. All you have to have is anxiety for serving Krishna. You should have anxiety for serving Krishna. Come on. We have anxieties for so many things in life. Stupid things. Stupid things you have anxiety. You know. Yesterday I was driving my car and the engine check light came. Anxiety. What will happen to my car? Stupid anxiety. What will happen? It will stop on the side. I have to take a cab and go. That money also Radharani is giving. Right? Little anxieties. We think so much. Oh, we plan so much. How much are you planning every year for serving Radharani? Think about it. Huh? सोच रहे हो जाना है वापस यहीं पे सड़ना है बोलो you want to go back to spiritual world or you want to rot in this material world? You decide. जाना है सच्ची में जाने लगता नहीं मेरे को कृष्ण देख के सोच रहे हैं सोचो मत. There is nothing beautiful in this world. Everything is going to become completely ugly. We are going to become ugly. What is today's date? 4th September 2022. 4th September 2042. You will look like an old witch. That's all you look like. That is his body. 4th September 2042. This house will be the oldest with no value. This community will be declared as something for renovation. Sorry, Prabhuji is celebrating in Yoga. That's the reality. We are an illusion. Oh, नया है. Oh, अच्छा है. कुछ नया नहीं है. सब पुराना हो गया. सब पुराना हो गया. They are just living in illusion. Develop that anxiety to serve Radharani and help Prabhupada. Prabhupada is saying, what more do you want him to say? Huh? He's saying, by distributing these books, you are doing the greatest service. Right? Look at Prabhupada's prayer. What was Prabhupada's prayer for Radharani? Innocent prayer of Prabhupada. Look at Prabhupada. Right? You know the words that he prays? So personal to Radharani. In one line, he says, please tell your Krishna something about me. These are the words of Prabhupada. Your Krishna, not my Krishna. Radharani, Krishna belongs to you. Krishna only belongs to you. Entire Braj says Krishna belongs only to वो राधा का कृष्ण है, वो राधा गोपीनाथ है, वो राधा मदन मोहन है, वो राधा गोविंद है कि नहीं? He is yours everywhere throughout the universe. He is yours. He can be king of Dwarkadish, he can be the greatest warrior on the planet, he can be the wealthiest, but at the end of the day, without Radharani is nothing. He is Radha. Gopinath. Radha Gopi Vallabh. What is the meaning of Radha Gopi Vallabh? They are standing there. The one who is anchoring to give pleasure to gopis. Radha Gopi Vallabh. Right? That is. So Prabhupada is telling, please tell your Krishna something about me. And because Srila Prabhupada distributed Radharani's mercy throughout the planet, the Brajavasis gave a place beside Radha Kund for ISKCON. And he gave a that is the original center of ISKCON beside Radha Kund, given to Srila Prabhupada. Right? ISKCON has an official base center right beside Radha Kund. And Radha Kund is a place where Krishna says, anybody who comes here and takes darshan of Radha Kund will be the most dear to me. And just beside Radha Kund, ISKCON center and Radha Kund eternally. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Don't look at her and tell she is beautiful because your eyes are so contaminated. She is eternally beautiful. And what about attracting us? Lord Krishna told, Prabhupada many times told, Krishna is holding the flute and is looking at Radharani inside. Right? Because Radharani is Vrindavaneshwari. She owns the entire Vrindavan. Right? Krishna created Govardhan for Radharani, Radharani created Mayapur for Krishna. Then I am going to dance in Mayapur, singing your glories. Right? Ashraya. She gives Ashraya. So, brothers and Mataji's, try to become a great devotee of Radharani. When Gaur Mohan Dev, the father of Srila Prabhupada, used to bring up Prabhupada in his early days, when he was a small child, the only prayer Gaur Mohan Dev would go and ask all the sadhus is, make my son, bless my son, that he becomes a great devotee of Radharani. That was the only prayer he had. Wherever Gaur Mohan Dev went, he said, make my son a devotee of Radharani. So many people came and told, including his own wife, please let us send our son to London so that he'll become a barrister, he'll become a lawyer, he's very good in English. And Gaur Mohan said no. He will go there, he will lose interest towards our culture. And by the way, I only want him to become a great devotee of Radharani. That's it. Nothing material he asked for. And was his wish fulfilled, frozen happiness? In the greatest way. The greatest devotee of Radharani. I don't know if Narad Muni has found or not, but we have found Prabhupada. He is the greatest devotee of Radharani, who has gone to every nook and corner in the entire planet. Today, everybody is singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So let us use this. If you got motivated, 0.01% hearing this repetition that I've done of Bhagavatamrita, then use that 0.1% motivation and go and distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. 10th of September, the price of Bhagavatam is changing. Right now we have the old stock. I'm not telling this for a commercial reason. I'm just saying that it's more easier. You can do more Bhagavatams. Right? Can't you find 5 people to whom you want to do Bhagavatam? Right? How old are we? Average age? 30, 45, 50, 55. In 30 to 50 years, if we could not find 5 people, then what did we do in our life? 5 लोगों को भागवतम लेने के लिए इंस्पायर करो. And not only make them buy Bhagavatam, you start a study circle with them and read with them. Tell them that I am recommending you to buy Bhagavatam. You buy this and we will sit and read it together. Can we do it? By doing that, you are not only giving the greatest mercy of Radharani to them, but you are also committing then I am going to read it regularly. That's actually a right way of doing it. You force yourself to do it. Why making others do it? Right? Please do it. Don't give this up. We only have how many more days? I don't know. 5 days? 5 to 6 days. We have a target in mind. How many? 365 Bhagavatam sets we want to give to the whole world. We want to take it ourselves. We want to give it to our relatives, our parents, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, temples. And if you don't know whom to give it to us, we will go and give it. We'll take care of it. Right? But this is an opportunity. Don't count that money. Money is going to be left here. Like I told, in 2024, 2042, what will we look like? What is our wealth going to look like? Huh? None of us know. Today is important. Today, what I have is given by Krishna. Today, what I have, I should utilize for Krishna. My father received Bhagavatam from Bhagavad Prabhu. In 2012, he received Bhagavatam set. And my father even never read newspaper. Forget about Bhagavatam. He would only read the first page of newspaper and throw the newspaper away. I don't like reading. In 2015, he finished reading every single page of Srimad Bhagavatam. Even before I finished, he finished reading Bhagavatam. And then again he picked up Bhagavatam. He finished the second time in 2017. And again he picked up Bhagavatam. In between he read Chaitanya Charitamrita 2 times. And now again he started reading Bhagavatam. It was in third canto. It was in third canto on October 24, 2021. Now we can't read. I went and asked him, do you want to continue? Yes. That is Bhagavatam. And you are missing such a great thing. Right? Somebody wants to read, he can't read. Somebody wants to buy, he can't buy. You have everything with you, but you don't have time to read Bhagavatam. Read it. Finish it. Before you die, finish Bhagavatam. It is something will come back with you. And by the way, when are you dying? Not after 10 years. Not after 20 years. This year you will die. Think about it. Sometimes when I give lecture, people say, "Bro, you are the most inauspicious person I've seen." Every time you meet, you tell that today you are going to die. Because my Shiksha Guru made me feel like that. What to do? I am repeating his torture on me to you. Right? So please see the urgency. Radhastami comes every year, but make the Radhastamis count. Radharani's lotus feet is available for all of us, provided we serve Radharani. Srimati Radharani ki jai. Should we do a little kirtan and wrap up? Yeah? Do this kirtan in such a way that this is your last kirtan. What are you going to do? I don't know what you'll do. Right? So where is the Karta? Where is our Mudanga devotee? Sainamu? Yeah. You can remove this. Yeah. So where is Pawan Prabhu? Is there? Can you all sing from heart? I want you all to sing from heart, not from your mouth. Or from your mouth also. But the sound should not come from your lungs, it should come from your heart. Try to remember whatever we heard in the last 1.5 hours and sing from heart. Can we do that? Sandhya Ma'am? He wants to release Kirtan. Yeah. Please, everybody, while they are doing their service of taking things, you can continue to focus on the kitchen, right? And I want you to sing it in such a way that don't think who is looking at me. Nobody is looking at your face. Don't worry about that. Nobody looks at my face. I know that. So just sing for Krishna, for Radharani. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Padaya Guru Padaya Saraswati Gauravani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasakari Satsari when you are singing, not when I am singing. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srimati Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Praveen Poo and Pooja Mataji for organizing such a beautiful satsang on Radhastami, calling to their new house with 3 loud and enthusiastic Hare Krishna mantras. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So any devotees from Aparna, Lake Breeze, or nearby communities, Prabhuji is nicely conducting classes in Hindi at his house. Now it's a new house. So please come and attend regularly and take benefit of Srimati Radharani's mercy by attending classes given by in English. Dasraj Prabhu is giving in Silver Oaks, and here Prabhuji is giving in Praveen Prabhu is giving in Hindi. So please ask your friends also to come. आपके दोस्तों को भी बोलिए आके भगवद गीता सीखे and सभी की तरह अच्छे डिवोटी बने. हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा. Let everybody please come and do Uttara Shekam. What you are doing, please keep chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasri Maya. Namaste Narasri Maya. Namaste Narasri Maya. Namaste Narasri
Jai
गोपाल की जय, गौर प्रेमानंद राधाष्टमी महामहोत्सव की जय, राधा रानी की जय, राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय, वंदे सुभद्रा माई की जय, गौर प्रेमानंद।
हरी बोल। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। तुझे आशीर्वाद दे।